everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and Happy New Year if you're watching this in the new year. This is officially the first video of 2025, and for those of you who are just joining me, hi and welcome. Today I'm so excited to share with you guys my process of creating a screen cap study from a famous Disney classic, Lady and the Tramp. That's right, we're bringing in more Disney magic into this channel, y'all. I feel like the screen cap studies are doing really well on my channel. I just recently looked, I think a few weeks ago, and my Sailor Moon screen cap study is still like the most watched video on my channel. And I think it has like 72 views still. I'll have to double check, but the screen cap studies are doing really well on my channel. And so I thought, you know what? Let's start the new year on this channel with a screen cap study and bringing some Disney magic into it as well. So I'm gonna recreate a screen cap study from right around the end of Lady and the Tramp, where Tramp is officially accepted into Lady's family. He's got the collar and all that, and yeah, that's pretty much all we got. And I promise you guys that I will create more Disney screen cap studies because like there's gonna be a lot of Disney movies coming out this year, and I'll tell you guys why a little bit more in the voiceover. So, yeah, let's get this party started. Let's do this. So I first sketched the drawing with a 0.5 mechanical pencil and did the black outline with my Sakura Pigment Micron fine liners and my black fine tip point Sharpies. The reason why I didn't film that process for you guys is because I didn't want to bore you guys with the sketching and the outlining process, and this process requires a lot of concentration. Plus, if I filmed it, the video would have just taken forever. So that's why I didn't film it. And once the line art was done, I erased the pencil strokes and went over some of the line art again, as some of the fine liner ink may have faded once I erased the pencil. I then went ahead and added painter's tape to my paper. Before I did that though, I did put the tape on my arm and massaged it to remove some of the tape's stickiness. This prevents the paper from getting ripped while removing the painter's tape. The tape also prevents the paper from warping, and since I was gonna glue this paper because it's actually a copy paper stuck onto my sketchbook, since I was gonna glue it, this just prevents the paper from moving around and stuff, so that's why I added the tape. And also, once I remove the painter's tape later on, it's gonna leave like a picture frame look to it. And as you guys can see, I am already going into the coloring process. So for the materials that I used, I didn't use too much. I mostly used my my Kuretake Zig brushables, my Prismacolor Premier colored pencils, my Poscas, and Tombow dual brush pen. I just used and I also used my Crayola Super Tips right around the end. So I didn't use a lot of materials. The reason why I used colored pencils, mostly for Lady's fur and the background. I didn't want to use it for Tramp's fur because like it's mostly just like 2 shades of gray, and I could easily like do that with my Kuretake Zig brushables. And you'll notice, guys, that on my right wrist, I am actually wearing a wrist brace. I've been having a little issues with my wrists recently, and so I was wearing one that had like metal on it, but I knew that if I wore it for the video, it was gonna make me feel very uncomfortable, so I decided to pull this one out instead because, you know, I wanted to be comfortable while filming this video for you guys. I used a combination of colored pencils and markers, like I said in this video, to bring the scene to life. I started with the fur tones on Tramp because Tramp is actually just dark gray, light gray, a little bit of maroon on the ears. And for Tramp's collar, I actually used a red Tombow dual brush pen. For the gold on both Tramp and Lady's medals on their collar, I used a gold Posca. For Lady's collar, I used a Posca marker as well, and the one I used, it was in light blue. And Yeah, I mean, the coloring this was like super just easy. I think that this was probably one of my easiest screen cap studies that I've done. I've said this in other videos before, but this one was probably like easy. As I colored the scene for you guys, I am going to dive into some Disney fun facts for you guys and tell you more about the drawing itself. I will be jumping back and forth between the two, so bear with me. And like I said in the intro, you guys, 2025 is going to be a pretty big year for Disney. I mean, for one, there's going to be a new Disney cruise called the Disney Destiny. It is actually currently in construction in Germany. How do I know this? I recently saw the Disney World Christmas parade on YouTube, and whoa, they announced some pretty big bombs, like some pretty big bombshells for us. The Disney cruise being one, Disneyland celebrating its 75th anniversary? 75th? I have no idea, but I know Disneyland is celebrating an anniversary. I just can't remember what year. I'm pretty sure it's 75th. I'll have to double check and, yeah, tell you guys a little bit more about that. Other than that, though, there's going to be some other fun Disney movies coming out. Like, in of course, over the summer, there's going to be Elio coming out over the summer. We have a new Marvel movie coming out in February. I know it's called Captain America and it has Falcon in it, but I can't remember the name of the movie, sadly. But, yeah, Disney is going to have a lot going on this year. But anyway, back to the screen cap. For those of you who don't know this, Lady and the Tramp is a classic 1955 animated Disney film that tells the story of two dogs from two very different backgrounds who fall in love. Lady is a refined and elegant Cocker Spaniel who lives with her family owners Jim Deere and Darling. Tramp, on the other hand, is a street-smart and charismatic mutt who survives by his wits. When Lady's life is turned upside down by the arrival of a new baby, she finds herself lost and alone on the streets. That's where she meets Tramp, who shows her the joys of freedom and adventure. As they spend more time together, Lady and the Tramp develop strong feelings for each other, otherwise known as love, but their differences in social class and lifestyle threaten to tear them apart. Featuring iconic songs like Bella Notte, which I feel like is a pretty staple song. If you've ever seen Lady and the Tramp, it's a pretty staple song. Like that song comes to mind when you think of Lady and the Tramp, in my opinion. And He's a Tramp, which I mean is a classic. I feel like He's a Tramp is like the living definition of Bob Fosse, in my opinion. As well as Marvel characters like Jock the Scottish Terrier and Peg the Pekingese, as well as the Siamese cats, like the villain cats. Lady and the Tramp is a timeless tale of love, loyalty, and following your heart. Now, when it comes to Disney, you know there's going to be some themes in there, so I'm going to cover the themes for you guys. Here's some themes that Lady and the Tramp teach viewers from all ages. The first one being, love knows no boundaries. Lady and Tramp come from different backgrounds, like I said, but they find common ground and fall in love. This theme promotes acceptance, understanding, and the idea that love really can conquer all. Theme number 2, adaptability and resilience. Lady, a pampered dog, must adapt to a new life on the streets, while Tramp, a street-smart dog, learns to adjust to Lady's more refined lifestyle. This theme encourages viewers to be flexible and resilient in the face of change, which I feel like this theme alone really applies to real life. You see this every day. You'll see people move from different countries come to the U.S. and they'll feel like, oh my goodness, this is a whole new world. Like, they learn to adapt and change because of the environment, and this theme is seen very, very commonly here in America today and pretty much all over the world. Theme number 3, friendship and loyalty. The film highlights the strong bonds of friendship and loyalty between Lady and Tramp, as well as with the other animal characters. This theme promotes the importance of building and maintaining strong relationships. Not only relationships with your friends, but also relationships with, be it your spouse or your partner. Theme number 4, self-discovery and growth. Through their experiences, Lady and Tramp learn more about themselves and each other. This theme encourages viewers to embrace new experiences and learn from their mistakes. Kind of like when you are going on a first date with someone and you don't start to get personal until probably date number 3, when you start asking questions about that person's life, what they like, what they don't like, their interests, pretty much everything in between. So that's really what I feel like this theme is all about. Theme number 5, which I feel like is pretty common in a lot of Disney films, but not only Disney films, but I feel like also like Mexican telenovelas and soap operas, I feel, which is social class and acceptance. The film gently, now hear me out, the film gently critiques social class divisions, promoting acceptance and understanding between different groups. Lady, a high society dog, learns to appreciate Tramp's street smart ways, and Tramp learns to respect Lady's refined background. Now, I know when you hear the term social class, you're like, ugh, like, I don't want to talk about it, but I get it. You know, this thing is something that we all try to avoid. Like, I see this very commonly in Mexican telenovelas that I've seen and heard of, where it's the poor girl falling in love with the really rich hot guy. So, I mean, this theme is pretty common, not only in Disney movies, but in telenovelas and, soap operas, pretty much all of that, even rom-coms as well. Theme number 6, responsibility and belonging. Lady and Tramp's journey teaches them the importance of finding their place in the world and taking responsibility for their actions. This theme promotes a sense of belonging and accountability, something that I think we all can learn from. Theme number 7, embracing change and new experiences. The film encourages viewers to be open to new experiences and changes in life. Lady and Tramp's adventures show that stepping out of one's comfort zone can lead to personal growth and happiness, which, again, is something we see every single day. You see people step outside of their comfort zone and do things that they've literally never done before. And when you see people do that, you're like, whoa, that's mind-blowing in my opinion. These themes are conveyed through the timeless story of Lady and the Tramp, which continue to resonate with audiences of all ages. So if you have children, this is a movie that I can highly, highly recommend for kids to watch. Now we're moving on to coloring Lady. I just finished coloring Tramp. Now we're moving on to Lady. So for Lady, this was a little complicated. It's something that I knew I wasn't going to be able to achieve with markers just because she has like different tones of brown. So I decided to go with colored pencils for this, which in my personal opinion was not a bad idea. So for her fur itself, I used my brown Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. For her collar, I used Poscas. For her eyes and nose and brows, for her eyes, I actually used a Crayola Super Tip, a brown marker, and for her brows and her nose, I just used a Kuretake Steak Brushable in black. But yeah, pretty much all of Lady's fur is in brown, and there's like different shades of brown for Lady, which I did not even know. So, yeah, that was pretty much all I did for Lady. I didn't really have to do too much. And what I like about this drawing is that I feel like with every single Screencap study that I do, I tell you guys like, oh, I used this many materials and I did this and I did that. But with this one, it was all about scaling back and being like, you know what, let's make the process a little bit easy for me. I don't want to like overwhelm you guys with like all the materials that I use, because I think I've said this in previous videos, just because I have certain materials that are probably some are probably like out of a budget for some people, doesn't mean that you have to get it. Like, even if you have like the worst drawing materials out in the market, you can still make beautiful art with like very cheap stuff. I mean, I've done it, and I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's all good. Now, the reason why I used colored pencils for Lady's fur in particular is because being a Cocker Spaniel owner that I am, yes guys, I have a Cocker Spaniel, his name is Pumbaa. He is the most adorable doggy in the entire world. But given that I have a Cocker Spaniel, their fur is like much more fluffy, I would say, and it's more pronounced and bouncy. So I feel like with colored pencils, I was very much able to rep that texture in terms of the fur. And I actually was visualizing cuddling my dog Pumbaa as I was coloring this. So definitely visualization when you're coloring a picture is very effective, and I definitely recommend that for anybody who's actually doing like real life paintings and stuff like that. So yeah. And looking past Screencap studies, I did have a photo of the Screencap study that I was doing on my phone so that I wouldn't leave a single detail behind, and so that I made sure that I got the colors just right, and I got the color palette on point, which I feel like is a lot of people's concern when it comes to doing like these kinds of drawings, like making sure the color palette is just right. So that's why having a reference photo is super, super beneficial and super, super helpful. Now let's get back to what Disney's got going on this coming, for 2025. Like I said, you guys, I recently watched the Christmas parade in Orlando, Florida. No, I did not go to Disney World, even though I wish, but I did see the parade on YouTube, and boy, Disney's got a lot going on. Like I mentioned, they're building a new cruise ship in Germany. It's called the Disney Destiny, and I believe that that cruise ship is coming out over the summer, I believe. But yeah, that alone is like really exciting news. New movies coming out, Zootopia 2, which I'm not gonna lie, you guys, when I first went, because like before they go into commercial break, for those of you who haven't seen the Christmas Day parade in be it on ABC or Hulu or whatever, before they go to commercial break, like people who work for Disney like wish everyone a happy holidays and Merry Christmas and all that, and you'll see like directors and producers from future movies, like say for example, Aului Corbalho, I think is how you say her name, from Moana 2. She's like, from everyone here on Moana 2, we wish you guys a Merry Christmas and blah blah blah. But yeah, there were a couple people from the new Marvel movie coming out in February. The production that was behind the first Zootopia movie, there's going to be a Zootopia 2 in the future. And like I said, you guys, in my past Screencap study, which was the Snow White Screencap study, Snow White is coming out in theaters this March. What else? I'm trying to think. What other Disney movies coming out? Oh, Elio. Elio is coming out, I believe, over the summer. I mean, I've seen the trailer for it. It looks interesting. I just don't know if it's going to be a huge hit in the box office. I don't know. So, yeah, Disney's got a lot going on. And Disneyland, of course, having a huge party for their anniversary. I'll try to Google to see what anniversary it is that they're celebrating. So, yeah, they've got a lot happening. So, yeah. So, oh yes, Disneyland this 2025, this year, is celebrating their 70th anniversary. I literally just Googled this right now. So the theme for it, if you do plan on going to Disneyland over the summer, is Celebrate Happy, and it's going to be from May 16th, 2025 through summer of next year, 2026. So, yeah, there's going to be, wow. And in terms of entertainment, there's going to be new projection shows, a nighttime spectacular called World of Color Happiness, and return of the Paint the Night Parade. Wow. In terms of decor, there's going to be vibrant decor, including an elegant medallion on Sleeping Beauty's castle. The characters, there's going to be custom looks for Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and for Mickey Mouse and friends. Food and drinks, specialty food and beverages. Awesome merchandise that's going to be collectible. And yo, I want to get my hands on that merch. I want to so bad. In terms of events, there's going to be limited time festivals and separately ticketed events. Parade, the Better Together, a Pixar Palace celebration parade, will return to Disney California Adventure. Oh my gosh, like that alone, whoa, that's got me excited. I don't know if that's got y'all excited, but it's got me excited. And I'm not gonna lie, I do want to go back to Disneyland and like celebrate big time their 70th anniversary. But other than that, yeah, Disney's got a lot going on this year. And when I saw the parade and like all the different hype and announcements that they were doing, I was like, oh my gosh, like this year's gonna be big with a capital B. Like big, 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 big. And when I say big, Disney goes full out. I mean, you saw how full out they went when it was Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. Like, wow. So now we're going into the coloring of the background for the Screencap study, and I used my Posca marker in sky blue for the leaves or the petals. I don't even know what they are. I'm pretty sure they're leaves. But for the wall itself, I didn't want to waste marker, and instead I decided to use this blue colored pencil from Prismacolor Premiere, and it actually did the job because it gave the effect that it was wallpaper, and I love that. You know, like, wow. I was pretty happy with the end result of the Screencap study, and in hindsight, I probably should have watched The Lady and the Tramp while doing this Screencap study. I don't know why I didn't do that, but I should have done that. But as I was doing the Screencap study, I was actually listening to some Disney music, mostly Mufasa and Moana 2, because I recently seen those movies. By the way, if y'all haven't seen those movies in the movie theater, go to your local movie theater, like right now, get tickets, and go watch it. Like, I've already seen Moana 2 times. I've seen Moana 2 times now. And Mufasa, I've already seen it. And so, yeah, like, like those movies were pretty cool. And in my opinion, Disney nailed it with those movies. Like, they nailed it from the soundtracks to the cinematography to the animation and CGI. Like, wow. Like, oh my gosh. Like, seriously, Disney is unstoppable right now. And I don't know. Like, I'm just a Disney fan through and through. I'm a Disney nerd. You guys know this. Like, I mean, it's, yeah. But I'm super excited for what Disney has to come for the future. Like I said, you know, they got the Disney Cruise being built in Germany. They got new movies coming out this year. Like, I'm pretty sure as we get more, I would say more into 2025, there's gonna be some more insane and awesome movies coming out. Like, I mean, the official trailer for Snow White was released, I believe, back in December. And, I mean, like I said, you know, I've seen that trailer a million times. And each time, it just gets me more and more excited. So, yeah, I'm really excited. And also, you guys, if you haven't seen the Golden Globes, Inside Out 2 was nominated for, I believe, a couple categories. But, and even though it didn't win, it didn't win a Golden Globe, it's still an honor to be nominated for, be it best music or best sellout in the box office. Like, even if a movie doesn't win a Golden Globe, I still think that being nominated is still a pretty cool thing. And also, I can't wait for the Oscars ceremony because, like, I feel like the Oscars is like more of a competition with like even more bigger production films. And I think some Disney films are nominated for some categories for the Oscars. I'll have to do my research, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that. I'm all in for it. As we near the end of the drawing, you guys, I just want to say thank you for all the love, all the support. Really, you guys, I mean, I feel the love you guys give me, and I give it right back to you. But just remember, if you are going to comment in my videos, please be nice. And, you know, as always, you know, I love you guys, and I send that love all the way back to you. So as we finalize the finished product of the Screencap study, as you guys can see, I am ripping off the tape. And you guys can see that the color did get on the tape a little bit, but it's okay because like since I was removing it, it wasn't gonna be a big deal. But yeah, ripping off the painter's tape is honestly the best thing in the world. And obviously, you guys, when I put the tape on my arm, it just makes the process of removing the tape just much easier, and it also prevents the paper from ripping, which is, you know, an added bonus. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching this process. And yeah, let me know what other screen cap study from what movie you would like to see me do next. This is the final picture of the screen cap study from Lady and the Tramp. I'll let you guys soak it in. I'm super happy with how this turned out, y'all, and I'm not even gonna lie, it's pretty good for the first video of 2025. What do you guys think? So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for joining me on this artistic adventure. And if you guys love this video, make sure you guys know what to do. I'm pretty sure I don't have to repeat this, but if you're new, I'm gonna say it. Subscribe, like this video, comment, but please be nice, please. Give it a thumbs up, and also shoot, I lost my train of thought. Subscribe, like this video, ding the notification bell so you don't miss on more awesome videos. And if you are gonna comment, please be nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. And until next time, bye y'all.